All right, I think we are live. What's up, everybody? How you doing? This is Grindhouse Video Live. Um, every Sunday, 7-ish, I come on YouTube, and I tell you what came in, what's coming in, give you news, updates, all that kind of stuff. So join us every week. Since we're now on YouTube, I got to do this thing also, where you should subscribe, click the bell if you want notifications on when we go live. I usually get the live set up a few minutes early, let people join so that once we get going, there's people already here. All right, so no one misses anything. So let's get into it. Not a whole lot came in this week, but this next week is going to be one of those release weeks that I hate, where a ton of stuff is coming in. Let's talk about what came in from Dark Force. The Banker comes with the slipcover. I gotta move these out of the way. Oh, this place is a mess. From Dark Force, Chinese Hercules and Bruce's Ninja Secret. Double feature. From Code Red, the standard edition of Conquest. Another Dark Force, Death Rage. From Criterion, the Elephant Man comes in one of these booklet type things. I'd say it's similar to the Nightmare and Night of the Living Dead set that they did. So it doesn't come in a regular Criterion case, comes with the special packaging. This one I did not know about. Luckily they came in, which is usually not how it happens with Warner Archive. But Genesis 2 and Planet Earth double feature. Warner Archive, there's a Warner Archive coming in next week. Warner Archive gives us about 2 weeks of pre-order notice. Generally, I try, when I go through my distributor to find new pre-orders, I don't go till all the way to this week, because I've already gone through this week. So once I hit a bunch of them that I've already got on the site, I stop. Warner Archive doesn't give us a lot of pre-order time. So there is another title I just added to the site tonight that will be coming in, well, hopefully coming in this week. From Scream Factory, collector's edition of Ghost Ship with the slipcover. I love this movie. This movie gets a lot of shit. It's not great, but the opening scene is worth the price of admission. It is a great scene. After that, it gets a little slow, a little bit confusing. But Julia Margulies is great in it. I really, really, really like Ghost Ship, and I'm going to be definitely checking that out again this week. If you have not seen it, you should. It's what year? 2002. The early 2000s don't get a lot of love, but honestly, there was a lot of good shit that came out in between 2000 and 2005. A lot of good horror. It gets overlooked because it's not 80s or 70s or 80s. From Kino. This movie I haven't seen in a long time, but I really love it. Gotcha. Great movie. You should definitely pick that one up. This one is another re-release of Jaws 2, 3, and 4 in one collection. And then lastly, from Code Red, Toy Soldiers, which I think is a week late. That is finally in stock. FYI, if you pre-ordered any of these, you have not gotten a shipping confirmation yet. I was going to do it today because this order came in late Friday, and I didn't have a chance to get all of it shipped before the USPS came to pick up orders, and yesterday I was off. So today I got through a bunch of orders and ran out of bubble wrap. It wouldn't have gone out till tomorrow anyway, so technically it's not any later than it would have if I didn't run out of bubble wrap. But if you're like, I didn't get my shipping notification, don't worry. It will be coming tomorrow after I get some supplies. I also got in the Alejandro Jodorowsky box set. So basically, I worked it out with my distributor where they just sent the Jodorowsky set by itself. It was a way to, because they were going to leave them in the boxes they were in and then put those boxes inside another box, which would protect it from getting damaged. And it worked for the most part. I ordered 40. I had 33 pre-orders. I got 35 in on that first order. 2 were damaged. So I literally had just enough to ship everybody. The 5 other ones were supposed to come in on this order the next day. UPS didn't show up on Thursday. They came in on Friday. Once I got the order checked in, I realized they didn't ship the other 5. So I literally have 0 Jodorowsky sets. Luckily, everybody's covered. Pre-ordered it. I'm glad I turned off taking any more orders for it when I did. So I got lucky there. But hopefully I will get those 5 this week. As far as I can tell, let me actually go. No, because I looked through what's coming in. I hope to get more soon. I don't know how long it's going to take. I apologize. I can't get what I can't get. So, but everybody that did order one, it's on the way. Or it's being held here for you to pick up. So let's get into what is coming in next week. It's a long list. All right, from Shudder, Yummy. From, I think this is Mill Creek, Battlefield Earth. This one I think is Shudder via either RLJE or Image. History of Horror season. No, it's not Shudder. This is AMC, so it might be Image that's releasing this. I can't remember. History of Horror season 1. From Mill Creek, Big Bully, Wrongfully Accused, double feature. Another Mill Creek, Snow White, A Tale of Terror. I haven't seen this in probably 20 years or more, but I've only seen it once, and I really remember really liking it. Like, it's a Snow White horror movie. I thought it was really good. Once it comes in, I will definitely be checking it out again. This is the Warner Archive that I did not know about. I had no idea this was coming out on Blu-ray until tonight when I was getting ready making this list. So it is now on the site. If you want to get your order in now, there's a really good chance they will not come in this week or this coming week, because generally I have an issue getting Warner Archive on the release date, especially when I don't know about it. But Drop Dead Gorgeous is an amazing movie. It's a dark comedy. It's so fucking good. I absolutely adore this movie. If you haven't seen it, you definitely need to check it out. Especially if you're into if you like very bad things, you'll love Drop Dead Gorgeous. It's a really good movie. All of those that I just mentioned should be it. That's coming from my one distributor that I honestly will not know until tomorrow whether or not it is coming in. The rest of this list, which is most of the list for today, is coming from my distributor that I do know stock is on hand and will be in this week. More than likely Wednesday or Thursday. I mentioned last week that I thought it might be in this week. Last week it didn't, but it will be this week. Mallrats limited edition from Arrow is in stock. So get your orders in now. I'm going to be ordering quite a few of those. Warning from Space. Oh, also, I looked at their numbers. Unless that drastically changes this week, they have plenty in stock. So don't freak out. But don't wait. Don't wait too long, because it's a limited edition and it will sell out. That's a huge title for them. Warning from Space, also from Arrow. I'll do all the DVDs all at one time. Dames and Dreams, which is, I believe it is not Dark Force, Dark Side releasing. Also Submerged, which I believe is also Dark Side releasing. And then Vinegar Syndrome. I just checked the site tonight. They have a wholesale site that I go to. All the titles popped up, so I will be placing an order. Hopefully it'll be this week. Grave Robbers, Memorial Valley Massacre, Zombie 5, Killing Birds. The VSA title is Spellcaster. I cannot add it to the website. It is brick and mortar store only. If you want it and you don't live here, order it from Vinegar Syndrome. But if you do live here, you just give me a call. Come in whenever I'm here. I can pull you one. I will have it. I can sell it in the store. I cannot sell it online. And then from AGFA, from them, sometimes Aunt Martha does dreadful things. I checked. From what I can tell, all of them will be coming in with slipcovers. Now let's go through the DVDs. There's a bunch of DVDs. Wild Eye. Creature from Cannibal Creek. Wild Eye. It's Just a Game. Full Moon / Seduction Cinema. Dirty Angels. Chapter 2. Get Wet. Arrow. Arrow started releasing a bunch of DVDs. These literally popped up a couple days ago on the distributor site. I had no warning on these. There are a couple other Herschel Gordon Lewis double features that are coming out. Those will be added to the site later, but it's just DVD. I don't know what they're doing. Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2 double feature from Arrow. DVD. From Full Moon, Necropolis Legion. I've seen the first Necropolis from the 80s. I think it's late 80s, early 90s. I remember liking it. This is a brand new film. I have no idea how it's going to be. It might be terrible. From Unearthed Films. Not everybody get your hopes up. The Untold Story DVD will be in stock. The Blu-ray has not arrived at the distributor yet. Why? I have no fucking clue. But I will be getting the DVD in. If you order the DVD, you will be getting it soon. The Blu-ray, you're gonna have to wait. That could change this week. But as of today, right now, the DVD is in stock. Another Arrow double feature, Reanimator and Bride of Reanimator DVD. From SRS, Attack of the Giant Teacher. From MVD Rewind, Double Dragon. These are all DVDs, by the way. From Liberation Hall, Hollywood Vice Squad. From, I think this is VCI, Sci-Fi 4-pack, the Galaxy 1 collection. This includes Time Warp, Life Pod, Star Odyssey, and The Killing at Outpost Zeta. From SRS Cinema, Nightmare Vacation. And that's it. That's a huge freaking list. I'm going to have so much shit to do this week. Sucks. Speaking of this week, I have been extremely busy. So I didn't get as many used on as I wanted to. I apologize. I kind of promoted it last week. There are plenty of DVDs that I added the week before, but I think I only got like one shelf worth of Blu-rays up. I apologize. It was just time. I did not have a lot of extra free time. But I will be continuing to work every day that I possibly can to keep getting more used titles on the site. That's what I'm expecting. A lot of people have been contacting me about House of Flesh Mannequins, which is the Too Extreme for Mainstream Blu-ray and DVD from Unearthed Films. As far as I know, Steven from Unearthed got the DVDs in stock. The Blu-rays have not come in from the manufacturer, but they're supposed to be last week. I talked to him the other day, and I don't think he had got them yet. And I think he's having the manufacturer ship my copies directly to me instead of them going to him and then them coming from him to me. So it should be here faster than if that was the case, if he was getting them all and then shipping them out. When will it be in? I honestly don't know. Remember, we're still in the middle of a pandemic and a lot of shit is taking forever. So I don't know. That's the best I can tell you. It was supposed to be here already. It is not. It will hopefully be here by the end of this month, which is. Hold on. That's not September. That's September 30th. No, it might not be here, brothers, but I hope it will. But as soon as they are in, I will start shipping. That's the best I can tell you guys. Oh, I've been talking about Kino. I'm going to be ordering direct from Kino again. So prices on Kino stuff will start dropping. I haven't put up any pre-orders because I haven't been able to get a hold of fucking Kino. I guess they're not as many people are in the office right now, or they're working remotely. So getting a hold of Kino to actually pay what I needed to pay to be able to order and get stock in from them again took literally almost 2 weeks. I was calling every day. There was no way to leave messages. I finally got a hold of somebody on Friday. So that's taken care of. I will be working on getting an order for them very soon, like probably tomorrow, and getting that in. They are generally fairly quick on shipping. So once all the stuff starts coming, I will be getting Kino releases fairly early if things haven't changed with them. It's literally been about a year since I've ordered from them. So I will be getting some of the newer Kino stuff onto the website as pre-orders. It's hard changing distributors, especially with different pricing. It's just been weird. I wanted, before I went in and added a whole bunch of Kino pre-orders, I wanted to make sure that I could get this paid first. So I'm in the process of getting all that figured out. Some of the stuff I got from my other distributor that was more expensive, I might drop down in price just to make it all the same. I got to figure all that out. Anyway, that is just a bunch of behind the scenes stuff that you probably don't care about. But I will be getting more Kino in. Now, I do want to mention one other thing. Last week, I don't know if you can hear that. That happens all the time. Can you guys hear? I don't know if you can hear that. So last week I mentioned that I was possibly getting into the releasing game. It's something that popped in my head. I was talking to Steven from Unearthed about it. His business partner does licensing and has access to a bunch of shit. And I just mentioned a movie. Like, oh, I love this movie from the 90s. If I could get part 1 and 2, I would totally put them out. Well, he messaged his business partner, Paul. And Paul knew who owned them and contacted them on my behalf. And 2 to 3 weeks later, I am getting into the releasing game. Next week, I signed the contracts. So, do I want to tell you what? Because, I mean, honestly, the contract isn't signed, but it looks really good. Oh, I forgot that does that. Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't mention it before I sign the contract. I don't know. I don't know how this shit works. I've never done this. Steven basically calls me and asks me, hey, is this okay? I'm like, he's like, just say yes. I'm like, okay, yes. I literally don't know what I'm doing. But I am very, very excited about it. Maybe I'll save it till next week. I want the contract to be signed, but I am getting into the releasing game. Tune in next week, and I will tell you, hopefully, if everything's signed, what 2 titles I will be releasing. It is part 1 and 2 and I'm super stoked about it. I will say the exclusive I've been talking about for the last month and a half will not be happening until probably sometime next year, because it's not just throw on a slipcover and make it a special limited edition. It's going to be coming with a prop. So that's taking longer than expected. The prop is being made right now by a very popular special effects artist in the horror scene. So the limited edition for that I thought I was going to be able to talk about is going to be possibly sometime next year, because it's going to not just be here. This is what it got released to retail. We're going to put a new slipcover on it. Nope. It is going to be probably fairly large collector's edition, limited edition set with a prop. So stop asking me about that one. I can't tell you. But it will be probably sometime next year. The TV show, he's still working on the rights to getting that, and it's pretty definite that'll happen. But that'll be a Grindhouse Video exclusive. God damn it! I knew there was something I was going to do today. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on. Speaking of exclusives, sorry. There we go. Sorry about that. I completely forgot to put this on the site today. Earlier when I got in, Chris stopped by and gave me my copies. I got half of them. The Sleaze box got half of them, and that's all we're pretty much going to make, as far as we know. If this sells extremely well, we might make more, but there's a really good chance it's only going to be 100 made. This is limited to me and the Sleaze box and Gator Blade. Sleaze box and Gator Blade put them out by themselves or together. I basically was like, dude, why don't we do it again? Make a new cover and make it a Grindhouse Video exclusive. They did, so please welcome. It is not on the site right now. I will go home and get it on the site. Actually, I might, you know what? After the video, I'm going to stay here and get it on the site. So right after the video, give me like 10 minutes or so, I will make this available. Please welcome the newest Grindhouse Video exclusive. Necro Sluts is back in print. New cover. We got the Grindhouse Video edition. Yep. Special Grindhouse Video edition. This sold really well. They ran out fairly quick. I think the initial pressing, they did 100 or 200 of them. They weren't expecting it to sell that well, but it did. So it went out of print, I'd say at least a year ago, maybe even more. But if you want Necro Sluts, it's back in stock. That's my other belongs on that pile anyway. He did also bring by some more August Underground Blu-rays. They are, the one I looked at was signed. I think they all might be signed. He only has like 16 left, and he gave me 10 of them. Once these are gone, it might be a while before those get repressed. So if you want the American Holocaust. If I said August Underground, delete that. American Holocaust. If you want that on Blu-ray, I would not wait, because I only got 10 of them. Chris only has like 6 or 8 left, and he told me today he doesn't know when they would get repressed. He might do them later with a new artwork or something, because the new manufacturer can't do reversible covers for Blu-rays. So if you want it, get it now. I'll add those on right after I'm done adding Necro Sluts. I think release-wise, that's about it. That's about it. Yeah, that's all I can think of. I will say this. Friday, I did a post on Facebook. This is where we get a little bit serious here, folks. And basically, I was posting about. Okay, let me. If you didn't see the post, basically, it was a post saying Florida is going into phase 3 of reopening, which basically means fuck it, we're done. Try to keep yourself safe, but everything's open. That's what phase 3 is. And basically, the reason why I made the post was to stop a bunch of phone calls and emails from coming in saying, "Hey, everything's back to normal now. When are you going to open, or are you open?" Even though I get those calls every week, today I've gotten 3 of them. I wanted to halt a lot of that, so I made a post. Basically, was sharing an article about the phase 3 reopening and saying, no, I'm not open. It's probably going to be sometime next year before the store reopens. But then I made the mistake. I did, and I it was an honest mistake. I had just literally finished the article, and I was pissed because there was no, we're doing phase 3 next week. It was phase 3 is on, and I was very pissed because we're still in the middle of the shit. And so I made a mistake by saying, oh, also, fuck DeSantis. Now, that was a mistake. And I should not have put that on the post. But I will say this. Me doing that and saying fuck DeSantis was not saying fuck you if you like DeSantis or you think he's been doing a good job. It was not saying fuck Republicans. It was not saying fuck conservatives. It was literally focused on fuck DeSantis. We've been having a lot of issues here in Florida with COVID, and he has done, in my opinion, literally almost nothing to solve those problems, but instead making them worse. And so I really don't like DeSantis. Granted, I should not have said fuck DeSantis on the post. And when I say that, when I put on that post anything about DeSantis, it is not a political statement. If it was Joe Blow, Democrat, that was running was the governor of Florida right now, and he was doing the same thing that DeSantis is doing, I would have been saying, oh, and by the way, fuck Joe Blow. It's not a political thing. This is a public safety thing. And the way a lot of the states and the government has been running things, and their lack of running things more so, has pissed me off. And it's not political. If it was a fucking Democrat or a fucking independent in the White House, and they were making the same decisions and same mistakes and doing the same things, I would have been saying fuck you too. I personally, I guess I'm Democrat, but I'm more center than like super liberal. I look at a lot of the shit that goes on in the extreme liberal side, and it's like, you guys need to chill the fuck out. I look at, like, I grew up Republican. I was like hardcore Republican. And I look at the right wing, like wacko, way right stuff, and I say, you guys need to chill the fuck out. I'm in the center. So if I say anything like that, it is not political. Like, if it was Democrats or independents or Republicans, don't give a shit. If you're doing things incorrectly, and it pisses me off, I'm going to say something. Now, normally, I don't get political. I don't mention any kind of stuff like that through the business. But lately, I have, because it's actually affecting my business. The shit that's been going on with the USPS, I talked about it a few weeks ago. It gets political because there's no other way around it. But it's not like I'm going to keep quiet, because it was literally affecting my business. I had to change my shipping policies because of the shit that was going on. Because the pandemic is not being handled correctly, because the joys of douchebag, and they're making it to where the USPS is not running as smoothly as normal. It's literally costing me money. I have done multiple refunds for shit that's been sitting in some USPS facility for months. So that's when the only time I will ever get quote unquote political about shit is when it affects the business. Personally, if you were to go on my personal Facebook page, I very rarely post anything. I don't make comments. If I do, it's something about freaking something that happened in 95, and it's with some friends. I don't get political. I generally keep quiet about everything. Now, that being said, I made that post, continued shipping. I did not realize that post was getting shit ton of views and a shit ton of responses until an hour or two later. So I came in and it was already ongoing. It was already getting heated. And that is one of the main reasons why I do apologize for adding the political aspect of it. By saying fuck DeSantis. Even though in my heart, I still say fuck DeSantis. He's a fucking moron. He's a cocksucking asshole, asshat fucker. But I should have not said that in the post, because that everybody took it as a political statement, and then anybody that had a dissenting opinion or made any kind of comment, it was just an onslaught of people, in a political war. And that's not what my poster's supposed to be. My poster's supposed to let you know what's going on with the store and with product and new stuff coming in and sales and all that shit. So that is the reason why I am honestly sorry that I added the fuck DeSantis part. It was done out of anger in the heat of the moment. But please, all of my customers, if anything like that starts to happen, know that I personally don't like that shit on my page. Even if I agree with you or not, I don't like that shit on my page. I don't like things getting political in the Grindhouse video page, Facebook, anything. I don't like mentioning any of this, but I only do because it affects my business. It affects me being open or not. It affects the way I ship things to you guys. It has a physical effect, immediate physical effect on my business. So I will say this: there's one customer in particular that basically got attacked, deleted his post before I even saw it. I had no idea that this had happened, and we kind of talked back and forth over the last couple of days, and I kind of quieted it down because I honestly had no idea this was going on until it was too late. And I didn't see his post. I didn't see the comments made to him, but he kind of told me what his post said. And I was like, I actually agree with that. Because I'm in the center. Like, I can see, I can personally separate someone, like a customer, from their politics. I try, dude, I had a phone call the other day, last week, from some dude that had some questions about the store. He was an older guy, and basically wanted to shop with me because he was sick of all the Black Lives Matter people. And I kept quiet. I didn't say anything, even though my Facebook profile picture is still black from when they blacked out all the profile pictures. I stand with the Black Lives Matter movement. I am not going to get into it with somebody because this isn't the place. You know, it's an older guy. And honestly, here's the thing. Here's where it all boils down for me. I honestly don't give a shit what you guys believe. Like, it doesn't affect me. The only time I will get angry or vocal about it is if it affects me, and that's what's happened. If you want to believe anything you want, if you believe that aliens fuck your asshole on Sundays, that's fine. It doesn't affect me. I might not want to talk to you about it. Actually, if you believe that, I would totally talk to you about that. I want to know more. But I really, like, I say I don't give a shit what you guys believe, mainly just in a general sense. Like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't affect me. I'm neutral for the most part. You know, me personally, I'm an atheist. I'm a member of the Satanic Temple. I grew up Christian. I was going to be a pastor before I started doing this. I've worked at Christian bookstores, multiple Christian bookstores, in my early career, my earlier working career. I booked Christian concerts. I left the faith, but does that mean that I hate all Christians? No, I don't. I'm anti-theist, but I'm not going to do anything to try and take that away from you. Like, and to be quite honest, if the government said, okay, no more religion, you don't have the right to practice your religion, I will be out there marching with you, because that's bullshit. Even though I don't believe in anything like that personally, I am on your side. You have every right to believe whatever the fuck you want. So I don't know. I think I'm rambling. I just realized that I'm just completely rambling and probably getting myself into more trouble. But basically, what I wanted to say is apologize to anybody that was offended by anything that was said. Realize that nothing that was said, other than the fuck DeSantis part, was probably not by me. I wasn't able to get a hold of a control on anything because I came in too late to it. But I just wanted to apologize. I want to apologize to the people that were affected, personally hurt by it. For example, the guy that reached out to me. I think we worked it out, and I don't hold any ill will to anybody. It's just a weird time we live in. That's really what it boils down to. It's a weird fucking time to live in, and I don't know. It's hard to not let your views out because everything is so fucked right now. And I try to keep it in check. I try not to say anything political. I try not to say anything against, any kind of belief system. I do what I can to just run a fucking store. That's all I do. I don't have a social life. Like, I come here, I work for 8 to 10 hours a day. I go home, I cook dinner, I watch some TV, and I go to bed. Like, that's all I'm trying to do is sell you some movies. And one of the things I do love about the horror scene is that a lot of the political shit gets tossed out the window. When there were conventions and, you would go and hang out with people, none of that stuff came out. Everybody's talking about the new fucking Freddy movie or whatever. Everybody's talking about old horror movies and meeting the people that they came to see and getting autographs and talking about things that had nothing to do with this. And that's what I love about the horror scene. And I don't like it when, especially, I play any part of any kind of division in the horror scene. So Again, I apologize for the fuck DeSantis part of that Facebook post. I'm not going to take it down. I thought about it. I'm not going to take it down. Mainly because I'm going to have to do another post about it, and minus the fuck DeSantis part. I might take the fuck DeSantis part out of it. I might edit that part out just for the future if anybody sees it. But just please, for I am personally asking you, if anything's like that starts on one of my posts, please try to be civil. That's all I ask. All I want for everybody right now is to just calm the fuck down and respect other people. That's it. So again, that's what I wanted to say about that. And if you're on here and you're just like, I have no idea what he's talking about, I apologize, but I just wanted to say that. So let's get back into movie shit. And let's see what people are saying. Hello to everybody that says hello. Just got my notification went live. You should add a pre-orders page on the website so you can just look at the pre-orders. Sorry if you already had it. I haven't found it. There is a pre-orders link at the very top of the page on your mobile. I want to say there's the little sandwich, 3 lines. Click that. Under more, there is a pre-order link, and you will see all the pre-orders. Criterion is amazing release. Hey, dude, finally made it. If Mike carried Drop Dead Gorgeous, every one of you need to pre-order it. It's one of the 10 funniest movies with no sex ever made. One of the 10 funniest movies with no sex ever made, which means very funny. Go through it. Shirt. Thank you very much. I do like this shirt. I have yet to see the spooky version of Snow White. Saw the Snow White 25 years ago. I liked it too. Curious if it still holds up. So am I. Horror Geek, I am also curious as to whether the Snow White Tale of Terror? Is that what it is? Yeah, Tale of Terror. I am wondering if that holds up also. Company of Wolves needs a solid Region A release. Fresh to going on, still playing here. Mike, get ready for VS's The Beastmaster and Fade to Black. All right. Thank you, Like and Metal. I need to make another statement. With any VS, aka Vinegar Syndrome, Black Friday sale, halfway to Black Friday sale, doesn't fucking matter. Anything with Black Friday in it with Vinegar Syndrome. If you want those titles, order them from Vinegar Syndrome. I say this every 2 times a year. I have to keep going through this. I am not guaranteed to get any of those movies. Okay? So if you want Fade to Black, if you want the Beastmaster, if you want the Giallo set, and you want the other 2 horror titles that they haven't even announced the titles for, order them from Vinegar Syndrome. Guess what I did today? I ordered it from Vinegar Syndrome because I don't know if I can get them. Everybody's asking, are you getting Rad In? I don't fucking know. Because it is a special deal. Their Black Friday sales are extremely popular. And Fade to Black is a huge fucking title. I have been telling people for years that it will never come out on Blu-ray. Guess what's coming out on fucking Blu-ray is Fade to Black. So here is your warning. Buy it from Vinegar Syndrome. I don't know if I can get them. I'm sure I'll say that definitely like 50 times in the next few weeks. But yeah, I literally order the new titles from Vinegar Syndrome every Black Friday and halfway to Black Friday sale so that I have them for my collection. That's why I have Rat on my shelf at home, is because I ordered one from Vinegar Syndrome when it was up for pre-order. That's what I suggest you do if you want any of those titles. Thank you very much. End of PSA. Will you offer a pre-order for Survivors, Ballads, 3 films by from Arrow Academy? I want to say I just saw that pop up. So yes, I do carry all the Arrow Academy stuff as long as it's in the US. Did you miss Cruel Jaws? No, I have not gotten Cruel Jaws in. I should be getting those in hopefully next week. Like this coming in the next 7 days this week. I don't know. They're on order. I did get my screeners in for those, the 3 titles from Severin, so I know they are physically made. Looks like I will be purchasing another $300 worth of stuff. Mike, bring it on. Kino used to get almost everything a month early sometimes. Yeah, and I'm hopefully that still stands with them, and hopefully that'll start happening again. And Kino call me Monday in person or I placed her in lazy summer sailor. Bradley, I actually already have an artist in mind, but if that doesn't work out, definitely let me know. Or I don't know if I will contact you. I got a lot of shit going on, but I'm gonna be trying to get a hold of that artist this week, and we'll be next week when I go live. I will be making the announcement as long as everything's signed about what the titles are, and I'm gonna try and get a hold of that artist that I want. And if he can do it, then I will be announcing it. If not, if I say the artist I wanted wasn't available, then hit me up. You can't say it. Pretty much hate it. Yeah, like I mean, I don't want to get in trouble. I can get an executive producer. I can't even get an executive producer quit it. So what materials for the 2 movies, the original camera negatives? Okay. I'll probably get into this more next week. Yeah, I'll get into it next week. Tune in next week. Can I get that camera set behind you if your name is Scott and you have the same last name also? That's on hold for somebody. Any word on Heavenly Kid from Scorpion? That is a title I just placed an order for. He just sent me the invoice, so I should be getting those fairly soon. Usually once he sends me the invoice, it takes about a week or so to start coming in. So Heavenly Kid I will be getting in stock fairly soon. Beth, you're the best movie seller, and honestly, I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the films at home or physical video rules. Thank you very much. Nice to have you aboard. Do what you want to do to keep yourself, your family, and your customers safe. Thank you very much. Phase 3, stupid. We're not going to get into all those comments. Thank you for all the nice comments about my little rant type thing. Thank you very much, everybody. Sorry, I'm just reading comments right now, trying to see if there's any questions. Sorry. Whoa, it just jumped. Hold on. I gotta get back to where I was. God damn it. Okay, I might have missed a bunch of stuff. It like all the comments just like jumped, and I was like way down in the bottom. Will you be getting any more copies of Out of Control from Scorpion? Let me see if I can answer that for you. I don't know if that was on this order that I just placed because I still had some in stock. Scorpion. Out of Control, I am getting 15 more. So yes. Tanner, I will be getting more copies of Out of Control from Scorpion. Are you getting Tremors and Versus up for pre-order? Let me check the distributor. Generally, it takes like a couple days for those to pop up on the distributor site after they make an announcement like that. No, hold on. There we go. I will say this. I do have it up for pre-order. Beach Phase from Beyond is awesome. Full Moon is putting that out on Blu-ray. You need to pre-order that. Tremors is up on the distributor site. Survivor Ballads is up on the visitor site. Vigilante is up on my site also. I got that one up. Versus is up on the distributor site. So I will be getting all of those pre-orders up probably tomorrow. I will say this. Versus is fucking amazing. It's, I would say, top 10 Asian horror. Actually, Asian, whatever. It is fucking incredible. It's so batshit crazy and amazing. It is a zombie movie. It is a mafia movie. It is an action movie. It is a fantasy movie. It is a horror film, all in one, literally in one scene. It's also a comedy, but it's also serious. It's gory as fuck. It is awesome. I am like I literally I find out about this shit when you guys do, and I saw that post on Arrow's page on Friday, and I might have gotten a little bit of a chub because I love that movie, and I can't wait to see it in a really good high def edition. You don't need to sleep on Versus. It is awesome. It is awesome. So, but get it from me. Give me until tomorrow. I'll add it to the site in the morning, and order it from me. Also, Tremors is great. Tremors is awesome. I'm really looking forward to the Arrow edition of that one. What movies have you watched? Is Little Monsters one of it? No, I didn't watch Little Monsters. I have just been so freaking tired the last week. I honestly didn't watch much. I talked to my daughter, and she's still fairly new to the whole horror thing. And she was asking me, give me some recommendations for like more extreme type stuff, because generally I suggest batshit crazy 80s films like Chopping Mall and Bride of Reanimator and shit. So I went through and just started naming off a bunch of more modern 2000 and above and newer type movies to her. And once I got done with that, and I get off the phone with her, I'm like, I really want to watch a lot of these movies I just mentioned to her. Movies like Hostel, The Collector, The Collection, High Tension, movies like that. She has not seen. She's only 26, and she kind of got started late in the game. But yeah, so I actually did end up watching. I didn't add it to this. I did watch The Collector. I hadn't seen that one in quite a while. That movie is so good. It is so good. The Collection is also very good. I haven't seen that in a while, but I might put that on this week. I did watch The Prey, the Arrow version. I watched the international cut, which was a terrible mistake. Um, that gypsy scene was fucking pointless and horrible. It was just like softcore gypsy scene in the middle of a horror movie. But I will say this: I fell asleep not through the gypsy scene, but I did fall asleep through the movie, and I don't think I missed a goddamn thing, except for some shots of nature. I guarantee I missed shots of nature. I think if you took, I would love to know. I would love for somebody to take the movie and edit out all of the nature shots and give us a running time. I think that whatever it is, 96 minutes or whatever it is, that 96-minute movie would end up being about 60 minutes. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was just there. It was one of those movies that, it was okay. Do I have the Prey in stock? No. I sold out of those a while ago. More than likely, I could see them re-releasing it. I'm surprised they haven't already. But of the limited edition one, I do not have anymore. I also watched Split Second. I have never seen this movie in my life. It was one that I was like unsure. I remember the box art from back in the VHS days, like seeing it at all the mom and pop video stores. But I wasn't sure if I had seen it. Once I started watching it, I knew I had never seen it. Pretty damn good. I kind of liked it. I've been on a sci-fi type kick, and it's not really sci-fi, but it's kind of sci-fi, and it's kind of a buddy cop film, and it's a kind of like a 80s gritty action film. It's a lot of things, but I kind of liked it. I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10. Like, it wasn't perfect, but I really did like it. If you haven't picked that up, it also looks amazing. MVD Rewind did a great job restoring that one. It's awesome. You should check it out. And then I also watched Enigma. If you've been following these videos for a while, you know what? Hold on. I need a drink. My mouth's getting all dry. If you've been watching these videos for a while, you will know that I have a weird relationship with Italian films, meaning that I know everybody loves them. I kind of don't. I've got certain ones that I really like, and a lot of them are being released that I have never seen before. But I'm going to try to watch all of them. Enigma is one of those Italian films. It takes place in Boston, but nobody's speaking fucking English. And that's one of the things I don't like about Italian films is they never shot the movies with audio. So even if they were speaking English, they overdub it. And overdubbing really annoys the fuck out of me. And I think it's from my music days, like not the mouth not matching the words that I'm hearing annoys the shit out of me. So I think that's one of the issues I have with Italian films. But Enigma was a special thing. I didn't hate it. I actually put it in my collection, but not because I liked it. I don't know what to think about Enigma. I literally have no idea what happened in that movie. I don't understand anything that happened. Yeah. I'm actually going to Enigma's probably going to be the first review video I'm going to do. So I might get more in depth into it, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't good. It was just there. So, but that's pretty much all I watched. I watched another one called Curve from like 2017 with Julianne Hough. Pretty solid thriller. I thought it was going to be more like Hitchhiker, and it wasn't. It started out that way, but then it went to something totally different. Not terrible. It was a low-budget Blumhouse film. But anyway, all right. Thank you for asking, though. Should I keep checking your page for out of print code red Scorpion stuff? Not sure how you get about getting that stuff. From better off Facebook or eBay or whatever. This order is probably not going to have a whole lot of out of print stuff. Like, I'm not going to be adding anything to the site that you can't already see. I might actually be taking a couple things off that I'm not getting back in right now. The only thing I'm adding is the new stuff that's coming out. Basically, if I'm out of stock and you want something and you can see it on the site, hit the notify me link on the page on the listing, because that'll, as soon as I do add product to the site, it'll give you a notification. You got used Arrow Blu-rays or Shout Factory? Yes, there's some Shout Factory stuff that I've gotten to. I have not gotten to the Arrow section or the Criterion section in the used section yet. And I'm gonna take a picture once I get everything sorted. But my back room on the used side is basically used for storage, and there was a bunch of shit in there. And Glenn from Nerd Out Comics is now opening a store in St. Pete, so he got a lot of that stuff out of there because it was his. And so now I have room to store stuff in there. And I'll take a picture when I'm done sorting everything. But I've got, I don't know, a few hundred used DVDs or used Blu-rays that I haven't put up. And I kind of went through those boxes this week. And there's a lot of really good stuff in there. There's a bunch of Criterion, a bunch of Arrow, a bunch of out-of-print shit, like crazy shit. Vinegar Syndrome with slipcovers, like tons of crazy stuff. Not getting into that yet, because I've still got to get everything that's on the shelf on the site first before I can go through those boxes back there. But I've got, as far as the DVDs go, I've got probably 4,000 to 5,000 DVDs back there now, and I still got more back here and more back here and more at my house and all over the place that I still need to get back there. But I've got plenty of used stuff coming out. I noticed there was a blip in the transfer and the little monsters around, blah, blah, blah. Picture myself for a brief second. Maybe it's just my disc. I have not watched Little Monsters yet. I didn't get to it. It did it again. God damn it. There we go. They are not the Gore Forever. I am not releasing horror. At least this time. I basically, I don't want to like compete with everybody else. I want to do stuff that nobody else wants, which is not horror. So I probably won't be releasing a lot of horror. Same thing. What made you think previously that Fade to Black would never come to blue? Mainly from the scenes of other movies in the movie. I'm not 100% on how licensing works, but I, for some reason, think that just like a music track, you would need to get rights to show a movie inside a movie, like an actual movie inside another movie. And like, it's just one of those titles that if it would have been available, someone would have put it out. Because it's just been one of those titles that everybody wants. Thank you. Keep on rocking for Grindhouse videos. Awesome. Thank you very much. As long as I have a job ordering for Mike, thank you very much. Out of Control is awesome. I agree. Yeah, I kind of like Out of Control. Man, I haven't seen versions in years. I'm happy it's getting an excellent Blu-ray. So do I. I did, Bradley, I did recommend Red State to him, or to my daughter. And we've watched Chopping Mall, and she does know about Poughkeepsie tapes, and I suggested that she watch that. Scuffed Ice Cubes. I actually agree with you. I think Eli Roth has a pretty good library of movies. I actually like all of his stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's not all great. It's not all amazing. But they're solid films. I don't care what anybody else says. I did, Bradley. I did tell her to watch Wolf Creek. Also, if you haven't seen the Wolf Creek TV series, it's really good. Collector and Collection are both great 2000 horror movies. I agree. Have you seen Mandy and Color Out of Space? Owen, I've talked about this before. I don't like new 2020, 2019, 2018 horror movies for the most part, especially the ones like Mandy and Color Out of Space. Fucking Hereditary, Midsummer, anything, The Witch, anything like that. I honestly can't stand those movies. I've watched some of them. I haven't seen Mandy or Color Out of Space, but I have watched the trailers. And basically, what it reminds me of is someone trying to make a movie that looks kind of 80s, but is really weird and artsy and supposed to be fucked up, but it's not really once you actually watch it. The whole kind of the way they film those movies and the coloring. VFW was okay, but honestly, it was so dark I couldn't tell what was fucking happening in the movie. Like, if they would have just made a movie without trying to do all the fancy shit to it, it would have been a solid film. For me, it was like a 5 out of 10. In any of those movies that are coming out nowadays that just have that feel, that neon color type feel, it takes me totally out of it. Like and my thing with a lot of like Blumhousey type movies, supernatural movies especially, mainly, they try to make it scary. A movie hasn't scared me since I was fucking 18, 16, 13, maybe. It's been a fucking long time since I've been scared by a movie. And those movies are made for a completely different audience than me. I find most of those movies, like Insidious and The Conjuring and Annabelle and all those movies, the mainstream big movies, completely boring as fuck. I can't get into them. There's some movies that have come out recently that I did like, but most of them aren't necessarily like definitely not supernatural horror. I just can't get into those kind of movies personally. I generally tend to go back toward, even though I'm not an extreme movie fan, like I have seen American Guinea Pig series, but I will not watch them again because they're not my thing. But as far as like I was saying earlier with, the 2000s-ish type movies, the post-Scream movies, basically, there's some really solid stuff. Turistas is great. Wolf Creek, great. Movies like that, they're not trying to scare you. They're just disturbing. I prefer disturbing rather than spooky scary. But I have no idea if that has anything to do with your fucking question. I apologize, Owen. But I have not seen Mandy and Color Out of Space, and I probably never will because I almost guarantee, just from watching the trailers, that I will absolutely fucking hate them. Okay, Bradley mentioned Starry Eyes in Spring. I haven't seen all of Spring, but I liked what I did see. I can't remember why I didn't finish it. But Starry Eyes was great. It was a little bit weird, but I really did dig that. So I'm probably fucking like, I'm probably confusing everybody. The Hills Have Eyes remake, both 1 and 2 were both really good. All right, I gotta kind of get through these because God, you guys are freaking talk. Last week I couldn't pull anything out of you guys for the life of me, and then this week I've got nothing but fucking comments. Open Water is actually really good. Part 2 is actually better than the first one. I thought it was a really good, solid movie. Do you like Repo, the Generic Opera, and Climax? I've never seen Climax. That's Noe, I believe. And I have watched a few Noe films, and I don't like it. I don't get him. But Repo, the Genetic Opera is fucking amazing. It's really good. I don't like musicals, but that movie was really good. Recent release of Demonia was pretty good. Also, I still haven't seen Demonia. All right, I gotta skip through a lot of this shit because I'm an hour and 10 in, and I'm usually a 30-minute live show. Scuffed IQ says, I'm not a huge fan of Blumhouse. A lot of the stuff they are releasing are just generic and boring. I do agree. But I have watched a lot of the Hulu Into the Dark, which is basically Blumhouse movies made for TV. Those are actually, there's some solid fucking movies in there. It's so weird. I don't like their mainstream movies, but their independent movies are really good. And when I say independent, they're smaller films, the ones that don't get released at theaters, and they're not trying to make like $400 billion off them. If you haven't, I would definitely check out the Into the Dark series on Hulu. I would tell you which ones I've seen and which ones I thought were really good, but off the top of my head, I wouldn't be able to do that. Have you seen Dazed and Confused with Matthew McConaughey? Not horror. That's what your opinion is on it. Owen, I don't think I've ever seen Dazed and Confused, to be honest with you. My upbringing in the Christian faith led me to not do drugs ever. I still have not done drugs ever. And generally, I tried to stay away from like stoner comedies and stuff like that. I'm very shocked at myself that I love Grandma's Boy so much because it's like a stoner comedy. Normally, I don't get into those. I never have. Half Baked, I've never seen. They're generally just not my kind of movies. My opinions on Hellraiser 3, I honestly don't know. I don't remember anything about Hellraiser 3. I probably haven't seen that since I was like fucking 16 years old. All right. Okay. We're done. I gotta go home. I'm freaking tired. I'm hungry. It's not a weed movie focus, really. If we're talking about Dazed and Confused, it looks like it. So I just never watched it. But who knows? I've got multiple copies here in the U section, so I'll probably watch it eventually. All right, I gotta go. So thank you very much for joining me. Generally, it's not this long. Generally, this is a half-hour thing, if that. But please join me every Sunday, 7-ish. I will come on YouTube, tell you what came in, what's coming in, give you news updates, apologies, rants, who knows what I'm going to talk about. And I'll also answer your questions. Subscribe. There we go. Subscribe to the Grindhouse Video YouTube page and click the button for the notify me. So you will know when I go live. And also, coming this next week, I will be, this background will not be here. It will be a new background at my apartment. So the store will be open for pickups Monday through Saturday. I'm taking Sundays off from now on, starting next week. So thank you very much for joining me. Until next week, I will see you all later. Be nice to each other. Let's try to get through all of this together. And let's just, if you have differences, talk about them. Don't yell about them. Thank you very much. And until next week, peace out. Hail Satan.